JJK 250 leaks are here. They came earlier than anticipated, so we're going to get straight into it. Spoiler warning if you're not caught up or if you don't want to know, keep scrolling. So the chapter kicks off with a breakdown of how Akotsu's domain expansion works. As we saw, it is filled with swords. Well, we know that there are actually an infinite number of them, and each one contains a different copy of a curse technique. However, Akotsu doesn't know what it is until he picks it up. Then and only then can he use it, and just once. Then the sword disappears, like we saw. However, like I mentioned, there are an infinite number, so he will never run out, and he can clearly use the same one twice, as long as, the sword contains it. Also, we're told that he can put any of his copied curse techniques into the domain extension's barrier itself for the short hit effect. From here, main character Jump Kaisen begins. Akotsu and Yuji team up on Sukuna, with Akotsu sending like mini Shikigami versions of Rika towards Sukuna, and he's pretty easily able to deflect them, but at the same time, we have Yuji coming in with a flurry of blows. Sukuna is doing his best to deflect them, but he can feel his soul being shaken from the inside. Round about this same time, the real Rika comes from above, but Sukuna is able to dodge it. We then see Akotsu about to use Uro's curse technique, Space Manipulation. As Sukuna prepares to face that head on, we're kind of privy to his own analysis of himself, and he thinks that his current cursed energy supply is at about the same level as Akotsu's, and that he still can't use his domain due to the fight with Gojo, and also his reverse curse technique isn't up to snuff either. On top of this, he also cannot use his dimensional slash due to the fact that he is simultaneously casting Hollow Wicker Basket at all times. Yuji and Rika then do the Fastball special, where Rika hurls Yuji towards Sukuna, and at the same time, Akotsu goes in to attack Sukuna with a sword. Both attacks basically land simultaneously. Sukuna does defend both, but Yuji's kick once again rattles his soul. We're then told that Yuji can sense the barrier between Megami and Sukuna's soul, and he is striking right there. He is attempting to wake Megami up from the slumber that he is in. Sukuna then realizes that every time he takes a hit from this demon, his cursed energy output is lowering, and his control over Megami's body is lessening. Akotsu then uses curse speech to cause Sukuna to freeze. He then immediately grabs another katana and slams it down on top of him, casting Thin Icebreaker. Without missing a beat, Rika swoops in and pummels Sukuna, knocking him away. Akotsu and Yuji immediately take off after him. They are not letting up at all. However, Sukuna counterattacks before Yuta and Yuji can reach him, sending slashes at both of them. He also kicks Rika straight to the dome and sends some slashes her way as well. Sukuna then smirks as Yuji and Yuta are all cut up, but says he won't be able to kill them unless he touches them and hits them with slashes. Previously, he was just sending them flying through the air. He says it's not because his cursed energy output is low, it's because their defensive capabilities have risen so much. In the past month, Yuji has learned RCT, but also Akotsu has learned a lot about his barrier. He's made it so the sure hit of this domain is only affecting Sukuna and not Yuji, for example. Sukuna then says they must have been busy over the past month. What have they been doing? And then the both of them answer at the same time, with Yuji saying hard work and perseverance, and Akotsu saying we cheated. And then they both kind of look at each other oh. We then get some internal monologue from both of these characters. Akotsu is thinking about how if Gojo hadn't have severely weakened Sukuna, they probably would both be dead right now from those attacks. And Yuji is thinking about how they have to end things now. This is their best chance to do so. Both of them and Rika then jump in on Sukuna once more. Yuta then picks up a sword and gets Charles's curse technique, the one that grants him future sight, so he can see Sukuna's upcoming attacks. Because of that, he dodges them and clocks Sukuna straight in the face. It's at this point Sukuna starts recounting the curse techniques that he's seen Akotsu use so far, and there's been 5 of them. We've got Angel's curse technique, Uro's space binding, Drew's Shikigami's, Inumaki's curse speech, and Charles's future sight. It's at this point that Akotsu is thinking about he can really catch Sukuna off guard if he uses a curse technique that Sukuna has not seen him use yet. Sukuna then wonders if Akotsu might have copied Gojo's Infinity. However, he quickly pushes that thought aside as he realizes Akotsu wouldn't be able to properly use it without the 6 eyes. Akotsu then uses Uro's technique to bend space and send a sword attack straight towards Sukuna. He's able to catch it, but then Akotsu says Cleave and uses Sukuna's own curse technique on him, and slashes start to appear on his face. And that's where the chapter freaking ends! What? The editor's note at the end of this chapter is Sukuna's slashes rain down upon him. What, bro? Akotsu just straight up showing out this chapter. The entire chapter was all hands, all gas, no brakes. Like, go check it out if you haven't. But damn, man, it's almost going too good, you know? Like, I'm worried. I'll have more unpacked, digested thoughts tomorrow, you know, when this can all settle. But damn, that chapter was crazy. I'm looking forward to the official translations, the official release, you know, to really pick up on everything. But, ooh, man, y'all let me know your thoughts.